understand you're a great fisherman.
Well, I don't fish as much anymore because I've been too reckless with things. But back in the late 70s, I was building a cabinet for my youngest daughter who liked to study. So, anyways, I had an accident. I cut my arm right here. I cut the main artery, I cut the main flexor, I cut the ulnar nerve.
Wow.
I couldn't even hold a piece of tissue paper between my fingers for a year. My life was over. Nope. If you get thrown off a horse, get back on it. I got back on it. I did my best fishing. I did my best woodworking. One of my hobbies is woodworking, like furniture and stuff. But I have fished with Taga. Everybody thinks that's all I do is fish. But I love fly fishing, and I did that for a great deal of time and so forth, so I've enjoyed that.
You have many beautiful pieces in your home from your woodworking.
Do you remember the program on TV called Norm Abrams' Old House?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I watched that and I saw some of the things he was building. So I thought, I'd like to do some of that stuff too. So I ordered plans for a trestle table. Do you know what a trestle table is?
No.
Well, they used to have it in the olden times to where when they had just one big room, the family would use it for quilting, or they'd use it for square dancing, or they'd use it for something else. Well, you could take this table apart. It had basically no nails in it, so I decided I'm going to make one. You know where they got the wood from for making it? When they tore down one of the dorms, buildings for the Weaver College. I went there and they had these windowsills were out of Madoc pine, and they were about 3 or 4 inches thick. Well, I learned a lot of planer blades going through that. It had square nails in it. But I used that lumber to make a trestle table. And then I wound up getting different lumber. Linda's brother worked for Mars Hill, and they wanted to get rid of some of the lumber that was left over, and they had stored for different things. So I wound up getting bought it wormy chestnut, some of the big beams that were left from there, and worked it down, and so forth. So I used that, and curly maple, which is tiger maple that you go through. And then there was a big tree, cherry tree, that was leaning over toward my house from my neighbor's house. Actually, I think the tree may have been on town property. I don't know. But I says, I'm concerned. That's the Hussies that live, He had the tree cut down. Of course, most of the tree was down the slope there. And somebody offered him money for the tree because it was this, that, and the other. He says, no, I've got a good neighbor that does woodworking. I'm going to give that to him. So I got that, and I made a wine cabinet and quite a few other things out of that, and then also made a lot of furniture for my daughters.
Your wood has interesting history then.
Oh, it does. That's the reason I want to tell you. It all came from this area.